Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited today to be doing another powder foundation demo and review for you. This of course is for the new Bare Minerals Bare Pro 16-Hour Skin Perfecting Powder Foundation. So this foundation is new. It is a 16-hour wear, as where the original I believe was 12. It also has some claims. Let's get into that real quick, just what Bare Minerals has to say about their new powder foundation. It says that this powder foundation is vegan, talc-free, it visibly improves skin tone and texture overall. The sweat, humidity, and transfer proof provides 16 hours of breathable, full coverage powder foundation with a natural matte finish. It's a 16-hour wear. It says visibly improves skin tone in just 2 weeks. Provides 24-hour oil control and shine, sweat, humidity, transfer resistant, and then it says non-drying, non-caking formula. It says dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, non-acneogenic, and it says that it has pineapple complex, helps visibly brighten the skin and smooth texture, has peony extract, sugar cane, and squalene. To help nourish and hydrate the skin. It says all Bare Mineral products are also 100% cruelty-free, free of parabens, phthalate, chemical sunscreen, mineral oil, coal tar, microbeds, fragrance-free, gluten-free, all of the free-frees, as they say. So this is the box here. The box has similar information on the back. It appears to be 8 grams. Let's just compare it to my other one, which was 10 grams. So they're screwing you right off the bat with product amount. So 8 grams, 10 grams from the original, 8 grams in the new one. Price point, if I didn't clarify, is $35. I do like the component a little bit better. It has this nice little tab here where you can open it and you got your mirror, the powder, and then your new sponge. In the bottom is this kind of black, kind of flimsy sponge. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the sponge. However, we're gonna test the product. The color I ended up going with is light 20 neutral, which is their new shade range, but it's supposed to match up to the original shade range. I was shade 14 silk beforehand, so that is kind of the new shade if you're curious what shade I am and how that translates into the new product. There is also on the Ulta website and the Bare Minerals website a picture where it's showing you swatches, and then it explains which colors have been changed to new. I have concealer on under my eyes, so we're just gonna roll. I'm gonna do half my face with a sponge, and then I'll do part of my face with the Bare Minerals Cover Core Kabuki brush, this guy here, which is what I was using before with the other one. So let's just do this. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this sponge. It does feel pretty cheap and kind of flimsy. I'm thinking it's more for touch-ups, but we're gonna give it a whirl anyways, and here we go. As we can tell right off the bat, the color actually is pretty good. I don't know if it's translating on camera, but it looks exactly like the other color that I had before, at least to me. The coverage is light to medium on this, at least so far from use. I've been wearing this powder foundation for a couple days because I wanted to have a for sure answer for you guys about how I feel about it. So that is just one coat with a sponge. I'm gonna do a little more just to kind of bump this up and see if I can get full coverage with it, or at least coverage that I think is good enough for me. I'm good with this coverage. I'm gonna go in with my brush on the other side. The brush obviously much faster. I am noticing a ton of kick up in the pan from the brush, so that's kind of interesting. I'm assuming they may make a new brush for this product because I can't imagine that that much kick up is supposed to be happening. I do have some breakouts and some redness and a little bit of dry skin happening, so my face is definitely not in its best condition, so I won't hold that any fault of this powder, but I have been testing it for a few days, so I feel like I have a good understanding of this particular powder. All right. And that is my coverage that I'm comfortable with. You can see how smooth the brush side is, and then you can see that it's a little bit heavier coverage with the sponge side. I'm gonna put the rest of my makeup on, and I'll be back to tell you guys my thoughts about the Bare Minerals Bare Pro 16-Hour Wear Silk Perfecting Powder Foundation. All right, guys, with the magic of YouTube, all my makeup is on, and I am ready to talk about my thoughts about the Bare Mineral Bare Pro 16-Hour Wear Skin Perfecting Powder Foundation. So let's start off with, I did forget to mention that you guys can use this product wet or dry. So that is kind of a cool benefit. Again, I'm gonna go over that there's 8 grams in this, which is the new Bare Pro 16-Hour Wear, as where in the original Bare Pro, it was 10 grams. I went with Silk 14 in the original, and then the new is Light 20 Neutral. I feel like they are pretty much the same color, or at least close enough for me that it's not gonna make me crazy. Here I will have them both open up and cover the mirror so you guys can see. So this is the original formulation. This is Silk 14, and then the new is over here to my right, which is Light 20 Neutral. I feel like the colors are pretty darn close. It looks a little bit different on camera. In person, it's maybe a shade difference, but they're actually pretty darn close, I have to say. So they get points on being great color matching, especially because anytime you change a formula and start taking stuff out, it does change the color and the quality of the product. So I want to start this off by saying that I love Bare Minerals products. I've been using Bare Minerals since the beginning when you used to order it on television. And I think that they make some really great products, especially for sensitive skin, acne prone skin, and just skin in general that needs a little more love. With that being said, I had kind of an interesting thing happen with the new powder foundation. It bothered me, so I kept trying the powder foundation for a while before I decided to actually do the review. So the first time I wore it, I noticed it creased really bad in my smile lines, so much so that it just seemed odd to me. So I decided to make sure I exfoliated my skin really well. It is winter time, so my skin is a little bit different now than it is in the summer, where I'm getting a little more dryness. So I decided to exfoliate my skin really well and try to use the product again. When I used the product again, I had absolutely zero issues with the product. There was no creasing, nothing funky. I tested it for at least 10 hours or more, so I did get a little shiny in the forehead and on the chin and on the nose, just the T-zone, like always. That happens with oily skin types, so that seems all pretty normal. So I felt comfortable talking about the product and reviewing it, but I did want to go over just what happened with me, and my thoughts are, I think if you got dry skin, this is probably not for you, or I think you're gonna need to do some extra skin prep, whether that be exfoliating more intensely or doing more hydrating skincare products underneath to be able to wear this particular powder foundation. With that being said, I still think this is a win. My negatives, of course, are the amount you're getting. So you used to get 10 grams and now you're getting 8. And the product went up a couple dollars. This is 35. I believe the original was 33. So I kind of think it's crappy there. I also think it's crappy is this little garbage sponge that it comes with. This thing is so flimsy and so cheap. I'm really disappointed. Not only that, like, look at the size difference of it in the container. It doesn't even fill up the container. So I don't love that about it at all. I think they kind of skimped out on some things. I'm sure there'll be a new brush that is designed specifically for this product, so that makes sense. However, I think at $35, it just seems like they were skipping out a little bit as far as applicator and amount of product per price. I know there are more expensive powder foundations out there, but I just thought that it was a little bit of a ripoff considering where we were originally and where we are now. With that being said, I do love the premise behind the new powder foundation, being gluten-free, talc-free, vegan, cruelty-free, all of the free-frees, as I say. So I do appreciate that, and I still think the product is a win overall and something that I would recommend to you guys. I don't necessarily think it's my number one foundation anymore. I think I've found so many beautiful foundations by doing these videos that I think it's still in my top 5, and I would definitely encourage you to try it. Being that you have the right skin type for the powder foundation, I think you would like it. So final thoughts are, this is still a win, must try for yourself, see what you guys think. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I post a new video every Tuesday. In the description box will always be my Instagram for daily posts and my Etsy account if you'd like to support my crafty adventures. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.